Good morning, children. Today we shall learn a topic in grammar. Our topic for today is transformation of sentences. Children, we all know that a sentence is a group of words that makes complete sense. Sentences are further classified into types. They are assertive sentence, interrogative sentence, exclamatory sentence, and imperative sentence. An assertive sentence is also known as declarative sentence or simple sentence. Have a look at these sentences. The first example, I go to school every day. The second sentence, he is very honest. The third sentence, they could not attend the meeting. All the above sentences say or state something. A sentence that says or states something is called an assertive or declarative sentence. An assertive sentence is further divided into two types, affirmative sentence and negative sentence. That means an assertive sentence can be an affirmative or negative sentence. An affirmative sentence always states or declares some facts. It is also called a positive sentence, as it does not contain words like no, not, never, none, neither, nor in it. These are all negative words. For example, Nandini is a beautiful girl. This sentence is a positive sentence. It does not contain negative words. A negative sentence, on the other hand, also states or declares some facts. This type of sentence contains negative words such as no, not, never, neither, nor in it. For example, lions do not eat grass. This sentence is a negative sentence. It contains negative words. Now look at the following sentences. The first sentence, are you feeling hungry? The second sentence, when did you come? The third sentence, who is knocking at the door? Children, what do you notice about these sentences? All the above sentences ask a question. A sentence that asks a question is called an interrogative sentence. We put a question mark or a mark of interrogation at the end of an interrogative sentence. Read the following sentences. The first sentence, be quiet. The second sentence, give me some milk please. The third sentence, revise your lessons in time. Children, what do we understand by these sentences? In the above sentences, the first sentence, be quiet, expresses a command. The second sentence, give me some milk please, expresses a request. And the third sentence, revise your lessons in time, express an advice. A sentence that expresses a command, a request, or an advice is called an imperative sentence. Now observe these sentences. How beautiful the rainbow is! What a silly mistake I made! Alas, she is dead. All the above sentences express a strong feeling. A sentence that expresses a strong feeling is called an exclamatory sentence. We put an exclamation mark at the end of an exclamatory sentence. We now move ahead learning about how to transform affirmative and negative sentences. One way to do so is by adding a word having the opposite meaning of the adjective after a negative word. For example, we have this sentence: That man is wise. This is an affirmative sentence. The adjective in this sentence is wise. The opposite of the word wise is foolish. Now, while transforming, I'll use the word not before the word foolish. Therefore, my sentence now is: That man is not foolish. Now, in order to transform my affirmative sentence into a negative one, I have to keep in mind that the meaning of the sentence doesn't change. So you see here, children, I have transformed my affirmative sentence into a negative sentence without changing its meaning. Here are some other examples of using this rule for transforming an affirmative sentence into a negative one. The first sentence: She is a literate lady. This is an affirmative sentence, and when we transform it into a negative one, we changed it as she is not an illiterate lady. In this sentence, we have made use of the negative word not and the opposite of the adjective literate, that is illiterate. The second sentence: I am happy. This is an affirmative sentence. When we transform it into a negative one, the sentence is I am not sad. While transforming it into a negative one, we have made use of the negative word not and the opposite of the adjective happy, that is sad. The third sentence: Meenal did not bring her book. This sentence is a negative sentence. We use the same rule for transforming a negative into an affirmative sentence. Meenal failed to bring her book. The negative sentence contained a negative word not. Therefore, when we transform it into an affirmative sentence, we had to take out the word not, did not, and we use the word failed. Meenal failed to bring her book. The second rule that we can apply while transformation is that if you have a negative sentence and if that sentence is in the positive degree of adjective, then while transforming, the affirmative sentence will be in the comparative degree. That means if the sentence is in the positive degree, when we transform it, it should be in the comparative degree. Let's understand this with the help of an example. Rajiv is not as witty as Rahul. This is a negative sentence. It contains the negative word not. This sentence is in the positive degree. While transforming, our sentence will be Rahul is wittier than Rajiv. The word wittier is in the comparative degree. The third rule is when the affirmative sentence is in its superlative degree, then the negative sentence will be in the positive degree. For example, Tansen was the best singer in Akbar's court. The word best is an adjective in its superlative degree. So when we transform our sentence, it will be no other singer in Akbar's court was as good as Tansen, which is in the positive degree. So if our affirmative sentence is in the superlative degree, then our negative sentence will be in the positive degree. The fourth rule that we can apply in this transformation is when the affirmative sentence begins with the words as soon as. Then, while transforming it into a negative sentence, we will begin the sentence with no sooner than. For example, as soon as Tom saw the monster, he fled. This is an affirmative sentence. Our negative sentence then will be no sooner did Tom see the monster than he fled. We can also make use of certain words like but or accept. For example, Seema alone stood by her friend. This is an affirmative sentence. While converting it into a negative one, we can write no one but Seema stood by her friend. Now, if there is a to in the affirmative sentence, we can transform this sentence into a negative one by removing to. For example, the story is too good to be true. This is an affirmative sentence. It does not contain any negative word. While transforming our sentence into a negative one, our sentence will be the story is so good that it cannot be true. Same like we learned in our previous lesson. Removal of the adverb to. Here is a list of words that could help in transformation of affirmative and negative sentences. If in the negative sentence you contain the words not sure, in the affirmative you can write doubtful. For no one or none, you can write everyone or the only one. Is not easy, is difficult. Never, always. Not many, a few. Nothing, everything. Unless, only if. We'll now learn how to transform an assertive and interrogative sentence. In order to do so, we can put the verb or the auxiliary verb, that is the helping verb, before the subject. Let's understand this with the help of an example. We can go for a picnic. This is an assertive sentence. When we transfer from assertive to interrogative, we will place the auxiliary verb before the subject. Which is the auxiliary verb in this sentence? Yes, it is the word can. When we interchange into an interrogative, our sentence will be can we go for a picnic? Now, another rule we can apply is that if the assertive sentence is a negative sentence, what did we learn? That an assertive sentence can be affirmative or negative. Now, if our assertive sentence is a negative sentence, then while interchanging into an interrogative, the sentence becomes a positive sentence. See, for example, this sentence. No one can bear such behavior. This is an assertive sentence. But it is a negative one because it has the word no in it. Therefore, when we transform it, our sentence will be can anyone bear such behavior? Another rule for transforming is that if the interrogative sentence is a negative one, then while interchanging into an assertive, the sentence becomes positive. For example, hadn't they cut the tree is an interrogative sentence. This is a negative interrogative sentence as it has the word hadn't in it. then while we interchange into an assertive, the sentence has to become a positive one. So our sentence is, they had cut the tree. Another rule is that if there is no auxiliary verb in the sentence, no helping verb in the sentence, then we change it by using the words do, does, did, or don't, doesn't, didn't in it. For example, he plays football. This is an assertive sentence. In this sentence, we can see no helping verb. Therefore, while interchanging it into an interrogative sentence, we add in a helping verb. So according to this sentence, I have added the helping verb does in it to make my sentence into an interrogative sentence. Thus my sentence is, does he play football? If we have never in the sentence, while conversion, we have to replace it by ever. For example, I never drink tea is an assertive sentence. When I convert, the word never is replaced by ever. Do I ever drink tea? Similarly, if we have the words everybody, everyone, all in our assertive sentence, then while changing it into an interrogative sentence, we use the WH question word with the helping verbs don't, doesn't, and didn't in the sentence. For example, everybody wishes to be happy. This is an assertive sentence and it has the word everybody in it. Then when we interchange it into an interrogative sentence, we replace everybody by who doesn't. Who doesn't wish to be happy? And we made it into an interrogative sentence. Children, in the green highlighted were all the different rules that we could apply how to transform assertive and interrogative sentences. With these rules, following these rules, you will easily be able to transform an assertive and interrogative sentence. Let's move ahead learning how to transform assertive and exclamatory sentences. We can do so by writing the verb or the helping verb after the subject in the sentence. Also, the word very in the sentence, which is used for emphasizing the adjective or the adverb, is replaced by the words how and what. For example, the house is very beautiful. This is an assertive sentence. You can see the word very is highlighted. The word very puts an emphasis on the beauty of the house. Very beautiful house. The helping verb in this sentence is. Now, according to this rule, we will put the helping verb after the subject. The subject in this sentence is the house. And we have to replace the word very with the word how or what. We'll select it as suitable to the sentence. So our sentence after transforming it is, how beautiful the house is. We have taken out the word very and replaced it with the word how. Also, we have used the verb after the subject, the house. See another example. Mr. Tony is a very generous man. This is an assertive sentence. Again, we have the word very in the sentence which emphasizes generous. And we have the helping verb is again in this sentence. So while transforming it into an exclamatory sentence, we have replaced the word very with the word how, and we have placed the helping verb is after the subject. Mr. Tony is a very generous man. Assertive, exclamatory. What a generous man Mr. Tony is. While transforming from exclamatory to assertive, when interjections are used, sometimes our exclamatory sentences contain interjections. Then how to transform them? Suppose we have the interjection hurrah or bravo in the sentence. Hurrah and bravo express a feeling of happiness. So when we transform it into an assertive sentence, hurrah and bravo is replaced by words like we rejoice that, or it is a matter of joy that. For example, hurrah, we won the game. We have an interjection in this sentence, hurrah. So when we convert it, when we transform it into an assertive sentence, we will write it as it is a matter of joy that we have won the game. Another example, suppose we have the interjection alas in it. Now the word alas tells us about a sad feeling or a sorrowful feeling. So the word alas is replaced by I, or we mourn that, or it is a matter of sorrow or grief that. For example, alas, she is dead. In this sentence, we have the word alas in the sentence. Alas represents sorrow or grief. So our sentence after transforming it from an exclamatory to an assertive one is we mourn that she is dead. In doing so, we have interchanged the sentences without changing its meaning. Now, suppose if there are words in the sentence that indicate a wish or a desire. For example, had I the wings of a bird. This is an exclamatory sentence. It shows this sentence indicates a wish. So we write our sentence as I wish I had the wings of a bird. Another example is, oh, that I were rich again. This is an exclamatory sentence, but this sentence also indicates a desire or a wish. So when we transform it into an assertive sentence, we can write it as, I wish I were rich again. Children, in our today's class, we learnt about kinds of sentences, that is, assertive sentence, which is further divided into affirmative and negative sentence. We learnt about interrogative sentence, exclamatory sentence, and imperative sentence. We also learnt about how to transform different sentences of affirmative and negative, assertive and interrogative, assertive and exclamatory. In doing so, we came across so many rules that we could apply in transformation of sentences. Children, you can make a note of these rules that is in the video for your learning. Preserve them for your learning. Write it down, make a note of it properly, and preserve them for your learning. With this, I come to the end of the topic of transformation of sentences. This was all for now. Thank you and take care.